Hey, welcome back everybody to the SmallsRV Adventures. This week you're in for a treat. I have to clean up this RV while the kids are out. Somebody has to do it, right? And let's not forget today's video sponsor, WOWCATCH, a flying insect trap. This thing is really cool because you know those little insects, those little flies, whatever they call them, those gnats or like fruit flies or whatever they call them. Those things are so irritating. So we have the trick for them. This thing works at great at night. It has like that blue light. So while we're cleaning, we're gonna have this trap set up and it's like glue in the back, so it works really well. So let's get started cleaning up this RV. And if you guys don't know, I'm Ricky. I have a family of five. Do I have five? Yeah, five, and my wife is pregnant. Soon to be having six kids walking around here. We have a dog. So while they're out, this is the best time to clean up this whole RV. Doesn't take that much time. It's only a 35-foot RV. I can clean this up, mop the floors, and have everything smelling nice while the kids are out. I also have to put the bedding back on the beds. So this is the WOWCATCH that we've been talking about. It comes with the part that you plug into the wall outlet, and then this light cover that you slip on. Behind the light cover, there's a glue trap. I'm going to show you guys a close-up of how it looks and how it works and a lot of the insects that it can gather. I just started using this, so I'm going to be showing it in future videos just so you can see how well it works. Today, I've been using it overnight here in the RV. We don't have that many bugs where we are, but just to show you, at night when you open up the door and those little flies come in, those moths, those flying insects, they're attracted to light. And with this, they hooked right on. The box, it tells you how to use it. You just plug it in. You take off one of the glue traps and you stick it right on the back of the guard there, and you place the guard onto the light socket trap. And then to replace the glue trap, you just tear it off. You put the new one on, and then you just put it right back on the trap. I'll show you how it goes. Again, this is the back of the trap. That's how it's going to look after you get all the insets stuck on. Ours is plugged right into the wall right here. This is the only upright plug that we have in the RV besides the room, but this is where the bugs, this is where they like to come, right where the blue lights are. Before, these things are really easy to handle. This just comes right off. And in the back is where you will have the bugs sticking in. So if you look closely, we have a couple of bugs in there already that got stuck in there. The longer you leave it, the more bugs will come. And let me plug that to the side there. And this is the plugs that you're going to use. They want you to have it upright. So it's just a regular plug. And you plug it in upright. Nice and easy to use. And then you take the other part, this part here, and you just place it right on top. Very easy with one hand. And you press down and that activates the light. Very easy to use. I'll be using this WOWCATCH for the next couple of episodes so you can see how many bugs get stuck on this trap. I totally recommend it. I'm going to keep using it and keep showing you. And on this channel, when you see us keep showing products, that means that the product works. So keep looking out for this WOWCATCH. I'm going to put a link down in the description so you guys can check it out. Again, the longer you leave it out, the more bugs are going to stick onto those traps. And you're going to have walking bugs, ants, also the crawlers. They're going to get on there too. So it works really well with the flying insects and the crawling insects. It's marketed for the flying, but the crawling insects, they will get stuck too. So that makes it a really remarkable product. I always love to have the bed products, the sheets, the spreads on the bed so that when we go away, we'll have it nice and ready. I always have trouble finding the key to lower this thing, but I always like to have everything ready so that when we get to our desired location, I have no problems hooking things up and letting things and just setting up. So I lowered the bed. It's just a mechanism right to the side of me that I press down to bring the bed out. And once the bed is all the way down, this part is really easy. I just take off this cover right here. Well, this is just the bed. This is one of the many beds that are in the RV. And once I'm putting this bed on, I know my back is to you, but once I put this sheet on, this is like a waterproof sheet. So if you have kids and they like to have water fights at night, this waterproof sheet is probably best for you. So let me put this on and I'll show you how we put it back up. And this thing has been working for ages for us. I'll put a link in the description for this if you guys want to see it as well. Once I have this bed set up, I just raise this bed back up once I have the sheets on it. And I leave it up just like that so that when we're going somewhere, you know, we can rest on it if we're going on a long journey, and just makes it a lot easier. And I got to show you a hack that I did with the Starlink to make it stay. We have it in the dashboard, but I'll show you that a little bit later. But this is the way that we leave this bed. We leave it set up just like this. And then if we're driving and you need to sleep, the kids need to sleep, one bed, we just lower down the bed there, and they have somewhere to sleep. We have another bed over here too that's right behind where this camera is set up. But that's one bed. Let me tackle the next one. In this house, we're big fans of foldable mattresses. Forgot we already have one on this one here, but I washed it. I washed another cover just so that we have two. I was going to put this one on here, but as you can see, we already have one of these waterproof covers that are on here, and that protects against any types of spills. Or if you have young kids and they like to play with water guns in their sleep, you have this to protect your mattresses so you don't have to throw them out. But this is a memory foam mattress that folds out, and we do have two cots with memory foam mattresses that we lay out once we at our specific destination so that everybody has their own bed. And when you're in an RV, things pack away very easily, whether it's built into the camper or you customize the camper for it to sit in. But this is a twin size mattress, and it's a memory foam twin size mattress, and it fits right on one of those cots. Like, you can get a cot from Walmart for about $60 that folds away, and we put it right in one of the drawers in the room, and fits. No one ever sees it. So a lot of people will ask, where did everybody sleep? This, where I'm sitting, turns into like a queen size bed. Doesn't look like it, but this whole part of the table, I can show you really fast. There's a lever here, and this table, it just goes down. It's not going to go all the way down because I'm sitting here, but it goes down and you raise it up, and there's a lever underneath it to lock it into place so that it'll just stay up. So you can use it as a table to do homework, to read, or to eat, anything you have to use a table for. But this goes into a bed, and there's another mattress that came with the RV that you put with it. So you have two that can sleep here. The bed that I showed you before is also two people, but we're never going to sleep two people on there. Usually my son sleeps up there, and usually the two girls will sleep right here where I am. But once they get older and they want another bed, we do have two extra beds to lay out. So this mattress here, this memory foam foldable mattress, that goes onto one of the beds. So it works out really well. Just a quick reminder, this video is being sponsored by WOWCATCH. This is a flying insect light trap. You can catch flying insects, all those little creepy crawlers, like them spiders and everything. But that's what this video is being sponsored. Thank you guys for paying the bills for this video. There's another look at the fly trap there. The WOWCATCH, pretty awesome. Just sits right there out of the way. You don't even have to feel like it's working. It's just working. Another good thing about that WOWCATCH is that you see that little blue light? All you have to do is press down on that trap, and it will cut the blue light off. You don't need the light for it to work. The glue pad is on there, and it's going to catch the bugs. That blue light is to attract the bugs to come to it, but the bugs are going to get caught on there regardless. So if you're looking at electricity or you don't have a way to power it, it takes very little power. But if you don't have a way to power it, you can just plug that right in, and it still works. I get asked a lot about the fridge that we have in the room. This is a upstreaming fridge, but we use mostly Bodega fridges. This is one of the first portable fridges that we had, but usually we use Bodegas. But this is one of the fridges that we first started using, and it's been working for years. And we just leave it in the room to store extra food because we have the large family, and it's a dual zone refrigerator, both fridge and freezer. I'll give you a closer look at it. So up top is where you have the control panel, where you can control what the fridges are. Right now we have the freezer at -1 and the fridge at 35. This is just the stickers from our RV channel. There's going to be links like right below this video and in the not the comment section, and the details of the video section. But it's the large freezer, and if you open it up, you have, this is the freezer part. We got some chicken patties in there, and we have some bread and other stuff in this part, the refrigerator part. We had it full up, but we have to refill it. But this is the one of the refrigerators we have in the room. The other refrigerators include the residential fridge right behind me. And we also have 2 other fridges on both sides in the storage sections of the RV and the front part of the RV. So it brings up to a total of 4 fridges that we have to store food in the RV. The fridge here in the room runs off the house batteries, and the fridges down below and the storage works off of a 200 amp hour battery that we set up solely for those 2 refrigerators. Then they're charged by solar, and they also charge by shore power when we're plugged in whatever location we're at, or if we cut on the generator. So this is our bedroom. Just like I said, when the kids go out, we can do laundry and remake all of the beds. When you're on the road for all of these months like we are, you have to do the laundry and do the bed sheets all over again. So this is the way that we do things. We clean off the beds, put the new sheets on, and do everything like that. So before you know it, just like that, everything is all set up. Now with the bed all made up, I give this floor a final sweep, because as you know, that dog, his hair be everywhere. So I usually sweep up his hair every day from the RV. But those of you that have dogs, it's going to come right back, all of the hair. So after I sweep up all of the hair, I mop the floor to get up any of the residue here that I missed with the sweeping. But this is all cleaned in here. So I'm pretty satisfied with how it came out. So for a man making the bed, I'll say I'm pretty satisfied. It's a king size bed. So I'm pretty satisfied at that. It's all made up. And this is the back shadow. If you guys didn't see our room before. And then here's a window. Here's more closetry. There's more closetry on the bottom. Here's a TV. There's storage underneath the TV. We don't have much under there. It's just an Xbox. But just so that you guys can see a storage under there. Then we have another storage in here. Washer, dryer can go in there, the combo. And then down here, you have more storage. So we have storage all around this place. We're back in the front of the RV. Again, I swept this already. But when you're in an RV, every time you go outside and you come back in, you're going to be tracking more stuff. So I like to just sweep up a lot of the places where I may have missed. And if you have a dog, I'm going to tell you, it looks like it's clean, right? And there's no dog hair anywhere until you drop something on the floor. Once you drop something on the floor, that's when you're going to see, oh my God, I have a lot of dog hair. And if you guys didn't already notice, yes, I need a haircut. I'm going to try to do that too as part of this video, as cutting my hair. So now that we have the floor swept up, let's mop these floors. I gotta show you the floors before I mop it. It's like it's nasty in here. When you got the dog and the kids and everybody tracking up, you gotta mop like almost every day. So the floors are not that bad. I could have over exaggerated, but you see like the small little marks. I like to get those up. All these little slide things. I want to get all of that up and make it smell good in here. So this is what I use on the floors and on the counters. It's Fabuloso. Is it Fabuloso? Yeah, Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner. I know people that put this in their laundry and it comes out good, let me tell you. Works really well. And this is what we use to mop the floors and everything. We have a little mop here. And you just gotta brush these floors, because I tell you, when you got kids and a dog, them things, they get everywhere. And a lot of people ask, how do you keep it clean? It must be dirty in there. These modern day campers, they're just like homes, if not cleaner than a home. You know what I mean? I think that they're most times cleaner. You can keep a RV cleaner than a home just because the small space that you have to clean, it's not that big. And one, you can get out of breath cleaning, because I'm out of breath right now. But I'm just showing you guys how clean it gets. So let me mop these floors and get back to you and show you how everything looks once it's clean. And it's already looking cleaner in here. Right, sometimes you got to get some tender love and care for yourself. I'm looking kind of raspy, so before you know it, I'm going to be all shaved up and looking a little bit better. So I don't like looking like that, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back after I shaved up. nice and even. I like the way it look. But remember this video sponsor, WOWCATCH. It's a flying insect light trap. You can catch all of those flying insects, the gnats, fruit flies, and mosquitoes, everything. They get caught right on this trap. Also, those creepy crawlers that's gonna crawl on that trap, it will catch them too. Ants, roaches, anything you have wherever you live. This thing is good for it. This is WOWCATCH. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. Enjoying these type of videos where I break the cycle of our cross-country trip just to show you some of the things that we do to keep the RV clean. I promised I show you the floor. I don't know if I showed you the floor after I cleaned it, so let me show you the floor. This is the floor. After it had all of those spots on it, everything is nice and clean. I think I showed you before. I'm gonna leave that trap on over there just so that if any bugs come, I'm gonna show you in future videos along our journey. I cleaned everything. Everything is nice, spick and span. I want to show you guys the Starlink in the window. This thing is really cool. I first tried it when we were traveling, when we were in rest areas. I didn't want to pull it out and then stow it outside, so I just put it on our dashboard. I was like, wow, that shit works. Oh, excuse my language. But yeah, it works. I was like, wow. But let me show you how it works. It's right there in the dashboard is where I have the Starlink sitting. Isn't that crazy that it works right there, pointing right up at the sky? It's pretty awesome. You wouldn't think that it would work, but it does work. Pointing up at the sky. Starlink right there. Couldn't believe it. See you later, everybody.